Oh, now you've got me. I was dry-eyed until now. Woo! I'm Jumbo. Peter, you didn't tell every detail. The poor man, as he was waiting in line to get on that BA flight and just accidentally found me standing next to him, had just taken a sleeping pill. And nonetheless, I didn't let him sleep. And thank God he's forgiven. The whole flight, the whole 6 hours in the lounge. And before that man got on his connecting flight, of course I had an outline. It was done, and it was back to him in person within a few weeks. But it was evidence-based. This wasn't coming out of the blue. I had been working on the challenges of gender and diversity with all 15 of the CGIAR centers worldwide. And everywhere I worked, whether it was the United States or Indonesia or Colombia, I kept finding women scientists hiding their light under the bushel. I kept finding this remarkable work hidden and unleveraged and not brought to the global stage. And this frustrated me to no end, of course. So over the years, I designed new leadership programs for women in science and women who were running science programs. And the interesting thing about this leadership program, unlike most leadership programs, we were truly reconceptualizing what leadership means, how you exercise it, what is power, what do we reward for power? And classically, power is not defined by those who bring up others. Power is not defined by those who enable. And to dream up an approach to leadership that is that of the power to empower others became core to our work. The other key lever we developed over the years was mentoring program, because I kept finding that where those of us who are Western, we would step up, we would ask for mentors. But young women from developing countries, they would not. And so it was only by establishing formal mentoring programs that all of us would have equitable access to the mentoring tools and opportunities. So I was coming from that experience on the global stage and wanted to bring it to the African institutions. I wanted to bring the best. And why the best? Because I'd been living and working in Africa for decades, and I saw the challenges as so hard and so meaningful. You still have 70% of African income dependent on agriculture in one way or another. You still have your African farmer being yet your hungriest and most malnourished person in the community. So in my mind, it's only the best that's going to resolve such hard and deeply entrenched problems. So the best is what it got. Thanks to the seed funding from the Rockefeller Foundation, we were able to start in 3 countries and in crop sciences. And then thanks to the connection to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, I was invited to develop a proposal to take it further. And here too is another story. I didn't know anything about the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Frankly, in all my work and all my career, I'd never heard of them. Silly me. And when I was invited to write this proposal, I thought, okay, if money was no object, what would I design? If money was no object and I could download anything and everything from my experience, what I thought it would take okay, that's what I'm going to give you. Also being naive, I wrote the whole damn thing myself. In fact, for 2 weeks, I didn't get out of my pajamas. Day and night, I sat there in my pajamas and I just wrote and downloaded. And my girls, I was a single mom, 2 little ones, and they would come home from school and they're like, Mom, you still haven't gotten out of your pajamas. And I just wrote and downloaded this and sent it off to Bill and Melinda Gates. And what do you know? They said yes. And in fact, this was the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation's very first investment in women. This was the first. They were on the phone. 3 of its top members of leadership were on the phone, and they said to me, you know, one of those moments when your life is never going to be the same again? And they are saying to me, Vicki, you're going to be the one to open the door. Vicki, you are going to open us to the gender and work in Africa. And we did. So, I had a couple of amazing assets near me. I had Helga Recke, who was already working with me in the Gender and Diversity Program. I had Marco Nordelus, who was already working with me on that global stage. I had Peter Matlin, Stella Williams, Agnes Mwangombe from here in Kenya. Pulled on the top people I could, and then in first order, my first hire, because now I have an empty, blank desk, huh? Now we have to create this thing from nothing. My first hire was Dawn Onyoni. Finance. All of a sudden, millions of dollars are coming in, so the first thing you hire is a finance manager. Number 2 hire, Dorothy McCabe. All right. Pull forward, Pauline Beaumet. Pauline was my right eye, my right arm, my right leg in G&D, and continued to be so for AWARD. Together, we started up from blank and built every scrap and piece of what's AWARD today, and I couldn't be more proud. It's no longer revolutionary to think today about putting women at the center of what we're doing. But when we started this, the very idea of putting women not mainstreamed, not included, not tick off that damn box, but putting women's empowerment at the core and center and at the very meaning of everything you do every day. That was revolutionary. Revolutionary, too, was bringing together that hard skills as scientists with the soft skills as leaders and as mentors, as writers, and so on. And that combination was behind my hypothesis that that's the combination that becomes effective leadership. We didn't want to just see African women scientists thrive. We wanted to see them change the equation of African agriculture research through their leadership. We saw an all-male leadership making the decisions about how budgets are spent, which technologies are developed, who it's going to be adopted by, wanted to change that whole equation. And that's where we are. Of all the people, and I just saw more of them, Marianne, also one of the core members of the team in the beginning, thank you. Evelyn, so many of you. Of all the people in the AWARD team, the trainers, the A team, TRG's partnership, the amazing steering committee, all of you, I am so proud of, but the ones I'm really most proud of are the fellows. You are the change makers. You are the ones. Also the men, the allies, the mentors who have stepped up, the partners, all of you are core, and that's what is in the magic of award, is you have pulled everyone together truly, as Wanjiro puts it, for inclusive agriculture transformation. But fellows, it's all about you. You are the change makers. Counting on you. Keep carrying it on. Thank you.